Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. We got a very, very, very different video for you guys today, and the reason I'm posting is because I wanted to watch it myself, and I figured, you know what, there's always an opportunity to make content. And I was like, you know what, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I want to watch this video, but I don't want to, quote-unquote, waste the 22 minutes not creating content and not working, where I could, wait for my day off to watch this video, or, watch it on, just at a different time when I could be doing work. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make this work. So today we're doing something very, very different. Actually, shout out to Sara Dietschy, because this is from her YouTube channel. We are reacting to and watching and talking about my favorite YouTuber, Meet Kevin. Sara Dietschy just did an interview with Meet Kevin, and he's revealing his $200,000 YouTube studio. And I have been wanting to see this forever. Like, in a sense, not this video particularly, because it came out like yesterday, like last night, but his studio, because he has the sickest setup. Like, he's able to do these sick interviews where he's like transitioning things, and like he barely edits his videos. He pumps out so many a day. He is one of the biggest inspirations to my channel. And I figured, how sick would it be to like see his actual setup and compare it to mine? And I mean, he's got 1.5 million subs. But let me explain, actually, before we even get into this, why he inspired me. First of all, I really enjoy his content. He does a lot of finance stuff, stock-related stuff, like political stuff, but he's right down the middle, so he just gives you the facts where there's no political sides on it, so you can kind of actually get a real understanding of what's actually going on. But not only that, he pumps out so many videos a day, somewhere between 3 to 8 to 10 videos a day. He'll live stream, like on Saturdays and Sundays, he does his live stream interviews where he's live streaming probably 6 hours out of the day. He does like 3 2-hour interviews each day each. I love it. He inspires me, and he's done videos on how much he makes on YouTube, and it is so inspiring, and I just want to be like him because it's so cool. So this is Meet Kevin and his Sara Dietschy, and I guess I don't exactly know what to expect in this video, but you're coming along for the ride.
What's up? It's
making
Sara
content
Dietschy,
of
Rhymes
content.
with Dietschy. Welcome to another video.
Hey Kevin, I think that's actually my job. So, hey guys, what's up? My name is Sara Dietschy, Rhymes with Dietschy, and today we have Kevin to talk through his entire setup.
This video also inspires me, first of all, because I found Sara Dietschy when she posted that first video from or not her first video, but like that video where she was like vlogging like Casey Neistat, how to vlog like Casey Neistat, and I found her back then, and I've watched her growth. So now for her to be doing a video with my favorite YouTuber is like sick, man.
Joe Biden's infrastructure package, a new Cash for Clunkers program, and folks, we've got Peter Schiff coming back.
The market does not look good.
Meet Kevin. He's a real estate investor in California with over 20 different rental properties, and he is also a powerhouse YouTuber.
Truth. I watch him. If you watch my channel, you watch me. Watch him every single market open at 9:30 a.m. every day if I'm live, which is funny.
This past year, he has just, well, I don't even know the right word, but just like crushed it.
Dude, her camera
he'll
quality
literally
is sick.
post at least 3 videos a day, sometimes doing multiple live streams at the market open, at the market close, with videos in between. Sometimes he'll post up to 4 to 5 to sometimes 6 videos a day. Like, I don't get how he does it. I mean, I kind of do, and that's what we're gonna break down in this video. I have the awesome opportunity to talk to Kevin while he shows us everything about his setup. I love tech, I love creativity, so if I can see the behind the scenes of how people like Kevin run their YouTube channel, run their business, I'm all for it, and I think this is
I'm all for it too, man. I'm pumped.
something you guys are really going to enjoy. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. They're one of the amazing sponsors on this channel, and if you ever need an amazing to write a blog below, if you
Let's see. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Sorry, Squarespace, but you're not a sponsor of my channel yet.
Kevin, when I watch your videos, I just marvel because I'm like, how is he doing all of this? He switches in between the different angles. He has an iPad, he has his phone. You just have everything plugged.
Best podcast ever. It's called Millennial Money, and it is for the top finance YouTubers on YouTube. It is so good.
The audio is great. The video angles are great. You have your phone and you're gonna show us kind of what is behind the scenes. Now on the CNBC Millennial Money, we saw a little bit of it, but I was like, oh wait, I want to see more. How do you do stuff? So
Oh, it's funny that she actually watches that, because I saw that exact episode too. That's
maybe
really
let's
funny.
start with audio. So I know you do have a mic overhead, right? But what is that plugged into? What mixer are you using? You also take audio channels from your phone sometimes, I think. So how do you have interviews? What does that look like?
Yeah, exactly. So it's all with one of the Sennheiser 416s from me. So I've got this shotgun mic kind of just pointed right down at where I am. And what I did is I used these boom arms that actually drill into the wall.
Ah, that's funny. I actually just learned about this from Sara Dietschy yesterday, completely unrelated. They're called baby plates, and they actually, that's so funny that that they're talking about this, because I was actually yesterday just looking on them on Amazon, because I want to you can hang lights or you can hang microphones and drill them into the wall, so you don't have all those like stands everywhere. That's actually
And what
really
I did
funny.
is I used these boom arms that actually drill into the wall, so that way they don't have stands. They're really coming down from above. Yeah, and so I'll use those for a lot of lights too. But you know, the boom or the shotgun mic is great as long as I'm in relatively like one spot, and I pretty much live in this spot. And so I've angled it to where if I'm at facing this camera, or like if I switch on over to this angle, I've got the same mic, and the audio mostly, I mean, nobody's really paying that close of attention, but it's mostly the same, and it's all in that shotgun mic.
But did you see how he pressed the button and just went to a new camera angle? It's so sick, man.
I really love it. My big thing is, how can I make it frictionless to film? And if I have to lav up and you know, transfer audio from like an H1 in my pocket to sync it up later, I don't want to do that. My thing.
So a lav is like like something you'd wear on your lapel kind of thing, like it's like a mic you'd wear here. I completely agree with what he's saying though, and that's why I've slightly been like there's two ways I can film my videos. I can actually hit record on my camera, and then on my task cam that I have somewhere around here, and I can get it, edit it, raw video, raw audio, link them up later, and then kind of like I have a little more control about what I do. But and that's how I record some of them, but it's time consuming. Right now, how I'm filming this, I'm recording it actually through Streamlabs Obs, and there's a little less features that I have. Like for example, like I can't go and necessarily adjust the coloring right away. Like I kind of set it and forget it, so it has settings that I pretty much just leave. And I could probably actually show you how I'm filming. If I can bring this, yeah, let me drag this in. I can just show you a little example of my. So this is like what I see. This is Streamlabs OBS right here with you can see the slight delay. I can control what screen we're looking at. If I'm just showing my iPhone, just my screen, just the MacBook screen, like all this stuff, just the camera. Like if I hit just camera, the screen goes away. So that's my setup actually. And I have a feeling he must do something similar, but we're gonna find out actually. But so and then down here on my iPad, I am controlling, like I can hit the buttons and stuff where I can switch between different things. And it's so much easier. There's way less editing, so it helps me be able to pump out so many videos.
Thing is, how can I make this all as frictionless as possible? That XLR's right into this.
XLR is a type of like a cable. It's what you use for a microphone cable. Different than a 1/4 inch, which is like a guitar cable.
Frictionless as possible. That XLR's right into this this box that I have over here, which is actually a VR. What is this? A VR 50 HD MK2.
Look at that. That is sweet, man. I gotta look into that. That is so cool. Did you see the videos that he had on there?
I don't know, some big box basically. And it's got all the switches and dials. Basically, it takes all my XLR inputs and my HDMI inputs, and then I can mix them together. So I'm just used to plug my phone in right now. So usually it's on a little stand, and it's just this
that is so
lightning to HDMI and 3.5 millimeter. Or sorry, lightning to lightning, which then you can put the lightning to HDMI connector, and then there's the little 3.5 millimeter audio output as well in this. So this charges my phone because I plug the charger into it. But then when I plug my phone into the stand, I can immediately get a picture of it too.
And is this going through OBS, or what are you using?
I'm moment of truth. I'm so pumped for this,
for
man.
the switching and the computer software of it.
It's all that device, which is really, really enjoyable because I'm not actually using any software.
All right, let's see what's going on with this thing. So I guess you plug in here all your microphones and all, like you said, your HDMI's, so you can like scroll between the different cameras and stuff, but also I guess see what's going on over here at the same time, and you can control the color correction too, and stuff, and cropping, and zooming. Oh my gosh!
I'm using. Well, I mean, there is software, but it shows.
Look at this monitor over here, VR capture. I wonder what that is.
It's up like a webcam. So imagine you just plug in like a Logitech webcam. That's how it shows up on YouTube. So I can actually stream through the webcam feature, and all of the mixing is really done with that one machine. This is my shotgun mic right here. So if I lower this, I can. Right? And then over here, for example, this is the audio for my iPad. So like when I do sound effects or soundboard, I'll have my iPad right here. Or if I want the TV on, like we got this Spectrum commercial right here, I could slide this up
for just $19.99 a month. Call
Wow.
855-344.
Start hearing the TV.
So sick, man.
Or if I want the audio for my laptop, I can go over here and I would just slide up the audio. There's nothing on my laptop right now, but I would just slide up the audio for my laptop.
So is that
and then
TV that you're using? Is that what you watch when you're responding, you know, the live streams of the Fed or stuff? Is that where you're watching that stuff?
It depends where I can air it. So sometimes the Federal Reserve is not on TV. They're not streamed on TV. So I'll just go to like Federal Reserve's YouTube channel. And then that I could pull up on my laptop. Which I have that up on my laptop, then I could stream the audio just over HDMI and the video from that.
Okay.
So
but
crazy.
If you know, like Biden speaking, for example, he's on TV. The best quality I can get is when it's through the TV, and the TV is just HDMI split into the box.
Right. Well, because see, I'm coming from the perspective of we have all of these like, you know, maybe things from Elgato that we use to then trigger OBS to do some switching.
Yes.
So I was thinking you were doing that, but really all of this.
So that's what I thought too. So Elgato makes this thing called Stream Deck, and it's similar to. Let me show you actually what I have on my. Let me show you. I'll show you my phone through my phone, and you can see what I'm talking about. So I plug my phone, and you can see now my. There you go. You can see my desk. Here, let's hold it like that. So this is my iPad. So like I'm controlling all of it down here, but Streamlabs has this little. I don't have it because I just never ended up buying it. But Streamlabs has this little button thing where you can what am I saying? You can like control all these different sounds, control all these different things on instances on your computer, and that's what I actually thought he was doing.
Trigger OBS to do some switching.
Yes.
So I was thinking you were doing that, but really all of this is in that magic box that I've never heard of.
The more physical it is, the less sort of headaches I feel like I have, because sometimes with software I get pinwheels on the computer or stuff doesn't work, and the physical has been so great because I can you know, I'll push. Let's say I want to go to my iPad. Okay, what's on my iPad? Okay, yeah, talking about this. Or I'm gonna switch to the TV. I could just physically
That's so
push the button,
cool,
which
man.
You can do this. Like Elgato's got the stream switcher, which I tried those, but they were a little slower for me, or I was just having issues with them for whatever reason. Maybe I just sucked at using them, but like, or I want to put the banner up for a coupon or whatever, right?
So is there a software associated with that
so
switcher
crazy.
that you use to upload those graphics and stuff?
It can all literally be built into this box. Like, see this USB stick right here? Has that image that pops up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like a lot is literally done through this and this software right here. This computer is then Bluetooth sidecarring into this right here, which is just my iPad. So that way, if I need to pull up, like I'll do this pretty often. If I want to pull up Discord, here, I'll just use a browser or whatever for right now.
Nice.
If I want to pull something up over here, I could do that. It does have software as well, and it's this little Roland video capture software. And all this does is let me record. I press the record button, and it lets me record directly to my hard drive. So that way, I don't have to switch SD cards anymore. I'm actually just recording directly to the computer. So
that's
now
actually
I
really
can
cool.
open up Final Cut.
It's kind of like how I'm editing or filming this video on through Streamlabs
on my iMac right here, and I just drag the file
Those
in,
lights.
you know, cut the beginning and end off, drag my intro music on, my end music on, and I'm exporting usually within 5 minutes is my rule of thumb for editing.
Wow, what a different world! But that is
So
so
that
clutch.
was I did not know that actually about his editing, in the sense of part of me was, I kind of just thought that he might not, I didn't know he edited, like, because I knew that there was music and stuff at the beginning and end of his videos, but part of me was like, I wonder like if he does that through like his Streamlabs or something
Because I
like
think
that.
that's the level of quantity that, of course, there's a ton of research that goes into it. But once you flip on your camera, you're ready to go, and you're done filming. You have a video to upload, basically. Like you said, there's some audio that you have to add to it, but that is such a turnkey solution. And with that, so you're saying, you know, we're on StreamYard right now, and that's how we just did a live stream on.
So that's also what I was wondering. StreamYard is a pretty cool platform, but I've been looking into using it for my interviews that I've been doing on this channel, and I've been debating. You can do some really cool things like pin certain comments on the top of the screen so people can see the comments. It's very
Your
interesting.
channel, you guys can check it out. I'll link it in the description below. We went 2 hours. We talked about everything, but with that, you go to StreamYard and you basically have all of these inputs via the one roll-in box, and so that's all that StreamYard sees, and then you press all of the physical buttons to change
That's cool.
angles and change your sources.
Exactly, and I've gotten to where I have
Wow.
so many angles that I've even more complicated this setup than it probably needs to be, but I'll show you. So this is box 1 over here. This is the main box, but I wanted more angles, so I got this box, which this is probably where most people would start with these. It's the VR1 HD. These are
Okay.
great.
Maybe I'll grab one of those things.
This one's way less expensive than this.
Yeah, $1,000 as opposed to $6,000 or
This one's, I think,
$7,000.
$1,000. This one's like $6,000. It's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, this one's really, really good. But then I wanted even more angles, and so I added this. These are all from rolling over. So I'm like running out of room over here, but that way I have all my switches. Like over here, this is my fader, which I'll show you what that looks like in just a sec. Actually, I'll show you right now. So if I jump on over to just showing me here, and then I'll get some.
I'm dorking out so much right now. This is like
Yeah, so am I, man. I'm pumped about this. This is so cool.
so fun.
But yeah, then I could just kind of like slide to another angle. Now, of course, I could just push a button too, and I have the little like the fade effects. So if I want to go to iPad, and then
And so that's just a setting that you set within the roll-in device. You're not doing this via software.
No, yeah, all hardware. That's so right now we're on this
Wow.
camera over here. If I wanted to, for example,
Which is nice because hardware very often gives much less problems than software does.
switch to my other angle. I have this camera over here as well. So it's all through these little fadery things or whatever we want to
I
call
love
them here.
that. Well, it's so
but yeah.
interesting. You make YouTube videos and you watch YouTubers. Really, your world is only kind of like Elgato, the Blackmagic design switchers, because those are the brands we're familiar with. Roland,
Yeah.
it's such a classic brand. I wouldn't even thought
Yeah.
of that, but that
I didn't even know that they made that. Roland's, honestly, they have a lot of music equipment, which
like
is so.
an amazing solution. Are there any bottlenecks to it? Because I know when I was looking at Blackmagic switchers, you know, it only does 1080. Does that have the capability of 4K, or is it 1080? How many cameras can you add to it?
Yeah, so you
Dude, she's asking some good questions,
nailed
actually.
it there. That is one of the issues. Is this right now the stream switcher is I could do 1080 60 on this.
Okay.
For me though, you know, news I don't mind. Like I don't really.
You don't need 4K.
I haven't noticed exactly. So if I were going to 4K, yeah, I'd probably be back to SD cards in the cameras, and then that would be going back to in the future. I'm sure they'll have a 4K streamer, but that'll be going back to the process I didn't like. I didn't like having to get behind the tripod, taking the SD, syncing the audio, and then like it.
Tell me about it. I can relate for sure. Which is interesting because my dad and I were just looking at this new phone yesterday for him, and like it's the new Samsung Galaxy something 21, or even the 20, and it shoots in 8K. My cameras don't even shoot in 8. My camera, actually, this camera shoots in 4K. The one over here, my vlog camera, but the one I'm filming on right now doesn't even have the capability of 4K. It's only in 1080.
For me, I want to be able
It just blows my mind that phone is now 8K.
walk in here in the morning, sit down, and like I don't even turn my lights off anymore, which sounds bad. But the room is chilled. I've got 3 air conditioners in here. I want it cold, so that way when I'm sitting in front of the lights, I'm not sweating.
Yeah.
And I hit a few buttons to turn these machines on, and I could start recording. As frictionless as possible is the way I wanted to make it. So I
Right.
use this.
I hit a few buttons to turn mine on. Actually, I have these like light switch controllers. They're wireless light switch controllers, and they you can like I have them throughout the room, and like certain things turn on and turn off certain things. Like for example, I hit this one. If I go back to my camera over here, if I hit this one button over here, it's on the it's on the side of my desk, so you can't see it. But if I hit this off, it'll turn off these lights over here, or it'll turn them back on, or it'll or it'll turn on my coffee heater and stuff.
Teleprompter to pull up whatever I want on the teleprompter here. So usually, which is harder for me to
that's cool. Let me
whatever I want, the machine's on, and I can start recording. As frictionless as possible is the way I wanted to make it. So
Right.
I use this teleprompter to pull up whatever I want on the teleprompter here. So usually, which is harder for me to show right now because of the way the thing's set up, but usually right here is where I'll have you. So I'm going to hide you just for a second, so that way you get the footage of it. But right now, I'll push a button here, switch to my StreamYard.
That's so smart. So basically, when you're looking straight into the camera, you're also looking at your guest. And that's what I had a crazy podcast setup where I did something similar to that, because it is pretty annoying when you're here, but the audience is here. I'm excited to get my setup back, but that's so clutch. I didn't even think about putting it over the camera. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, well, basically what it is there's a monitor, kind of like where my hand is here is where the lens is, but I don't actually see the lens. I see you, the StreamYard control.
Wait, how is that working? Is a camera in there? Oh man, that is interesting. Because I have the same thing when I do my interviews. I have the same trouble of like I put my laptop below the camera, so I'm looking down here while you guys are up here. That is interesting.
There's a monitor, kind of like where my hand is here is where the lens is, but I don't actually see the lens. I see you, the StreamYard controls. I see the Discord chat. If I drag over a little bit, because it's all connected to the computer that I have right here. So I just use the same mouse and keyboard.
How in the world? Look at that! I love it, man. I love that he's got this $200,000 studio, and he's still like he's like a multi-millionaire, and he's still using a broken thing. And I just love that. I appreciate that. It's like you don't need a fancy keyboard. The function button's broken. Who cares?
On my desk here, I'll get you better B-roll of this. But I just use the same mouse and keyboard that I have right here, and that way I can, if I want to add a comment, I can do that while still looking at you. I can read in Discord or type in Discord while still looking at you, or can take hold, without having to like look away.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a second iPad that you write on, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
And
so
that
one. So yeah, this is then on my right side. This is usually where I put my phone. So the phone's usually plugged in right here, and that'll be the HDMI for the phone. It'll charge the phone too. iPad's here, and then I've got my laptop here as well. So if I need to stream from laptop, I could do that here. If I've got to
all of it is plugged into your Roland.
All of it.
Yeah.
The phone, like the phone goes to Roland, the iPad goes to Roland, the laptop goes to Roland, the TV goes to Roland. All of the tellies go.
That teleprompter is really fascinating, man. That is really interesting. I gotta look into something like that because that would be sick. That'd be really cool.
Everything goes to Roland.
So, are you seeing the same thing on every single camera that has a teleprompter? Okay, and so
I just
is it
split
your
the HDMI to each of them?
Gotcha. So
I need to look into that.
Your laptop that's being shown on each teleprompter, or what screen is being duplicated?
I have a choice. Right here, it says auxiliary. And that is actually what's showing on the telly, which right now is just going to be this loop of this phone. But I can change that to show any of my other HDMI inputs. So in this case, I'll click 4 right here, and this is the TV. So I'm sorry, 3 right here, which is the TV. And so now I have the TV on the teleprompter, which is what the TV is showing over here.
Wow.
Here, we go to wide. There we go. Okay, so here's what the TV is showing. There you go. So each of the teleprompters is now showing what the TV is showing.
That
but
is
I can
so
also
fascinating.
click 2, and I can get my iPad on the tellies. So for example, if I want to have my notes up, I can do that. And I can also see myself if I wanted to. But yeah, that's all that is changing these inputs right here.
That allows you to basically have that information or have the person you're talking to,
wild.
whatever you need at the ready with every single camera angle.
Because then that's interesting, because then I could look at the camera, still be in my setup, put the videos that I'm reacting to or something like that, or anything like, or the interviewed person that I'm talking to right here, and I can like look at them and watch it and comment on it while still looking at the camera and still be in the setup. Because part of my thing is like, if I put my camera over here where you can't see, but like if I put it facing me, like, so I'm looking at my screens, because I can show you my screens really quickly again. Let me bring up the camera. I'll show you my screens again. Like this is my TV screen that I watch, and this is where I usually keep the recording Streamlab, and up here is actually usually where I keep an iPad, where I keep the chat comments when I'm watching, like when I'm doing a live stream, and down there is my laptop. But like if I were to like film from here, you just see like this random, like it's not a cool looking setup really. Like it's just kind of a white wall and a tripod. But like I like that you can see, you know, over here this whole setup that I have. So man, that is so fascinating. I really need to look into something like that.
Man,
Yeah.
She's the first YouTuber to go into this, man. That's so
you
sick.
need at the ready with every single camera angle that you're looking at. Man,
Yeah.
what cameras are you using?
Oh,
I didn't ask
they're
you
the
that.
Canon Rs.
Oh, nice. Okay, with the 24 to
Yeah, and then-
70 or what lens?
50, very common. And then I think one of them is the 24 to 70. So I think I got two 50s and one 24 to 70.
It makes so much more sense that you're leaning more on hardware, because I was like, how is he doing this on a Mac and using, because OBS and streaming in general does not gel well with Mac in general. So this makes so much more sense now. Thank you for sharing.
It's so
So in
sick,
other
man.
words, maybe I should have just replaced this whole setup with like a $2,000 PC.
I mean, you could have, but at the same time, I love physical solutions because, like you said, it doesn't matter if you have the fanciest of the fancy. Sometimes Windows, sometimes the software will be the bottleneck, and then you're screwed. So, no, I love that a lot. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and any wise words of wisdom for the tech crowd over here. You know, I don't talk about finance a lot, but anything to hook them to get over to your channel, or maybe the live stream that we did will be a good first step for them.
Stop saving cash and get invested. You can always make more cash.
Yes, love it, love it. Well, with that, Kevin, thank you so much. Again, the live stream and all of Kevin's socials and his YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. And Kevin, thank you so much. And I'm gonna kick it to future Sarah for the outro.
So as you can see, Kevin just sets
Very cool.
everything up
Dude, this is a 6-minute outro. I don't know if we're
for
let's see what we
speed.
got.
And you know what? It's not just his gear. I feel like I could sit here all day and kind of examine his business and what he's done because it is so smart. But the way he monetizes,
That huge what's it called? Reverb in the room is interesting.
he has so much knowledge when it comes to real estate or the market, and he has his own courses. Creating your own products, whether it's a digital product, it's a t-shirt, it's something that people need, it solves a problem. That's the biggest thing to address when creating your own product. Allows you to create at a speed that is just instant, because when you monetize via clients, whether you're a video production company or you're a YouTuber like me who monetizes via sponsorships, it does take extra time. You need to hear from the input of that third party. I need to say, hey Squarespace, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Did you approve my video? It doesn't have anything crazy in it, right? Okay, cool, now I can post. You know, that takes time. So when it comes to videos, and the production of it is so turnkey, and the monetization of it is so turnkey. Well,
That's crazy. I didn't know that they had to get approval for the videos after the fact.
Kevin works so hard, and that's obvious, but I am not surprised by his success because he has actually set up systems that allow him to thrive like he is right now, and it is so cool and it is so inspiring. And speaking of that, Squarespace,
All right, I
favorite
think we're all
to build more, it's just so
set.
expensive than using some other, and then also
Cool. All right, you guys. That was sick, man. I'm so pumped to like learn about that studio because it's insane. I've watched hundreds of hours of this guy's live streams and stuff, so I'm really pumped. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was something totally different on the channel, but something that I really enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and spending a half an hour with me, which is crazy. But I'll see you in the next video. God bless and peace out.